Welcome to I Am Geek, the show for the geek in all of us, and this is episode 15. And if you're watching us on YouTube right now, you'll see some crazy fellas on the camera. I'm joined by Chris Catron and my brother Chris Street, and they are having fun with their shirts, which is weird.
Cornholio! I don't know what you're talking about.
If you watched this last week, instead of listening to us, you'll see that we're wearing the same shirts because that's the only shirts we own.
Yeah.
No, actually, we're recording 2 in a row. The magic is gone. For the listeners, they wouldn't have known. They would have had no idea.
Yeah.
Nope.
So
spoil it.
I mean, they might not have known anyway, but you told them.
I know. I ruined the magic. But the reason we're recording 2 back to back is that it is summertime. And 2 of the 3 geeks here are going on little trips, little vacations. And Catron, you're going to Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge.
We're going to Knoxville. And we're actually, it's a 2-part trip. So we're going to go to Dollywood for a day. And then we're going to Cherokee, North Carolina to see my parents who are retirees doing some work camping out in Cherokee, North Carolina. So, yeah, we're going to do that.
Yeah, we talked about Dollywood a couple episodes ago. And,
Yeah, I have a funny story about we're talking about the trip and oh, y'all are ready, aren't you?
I'm ready.
And so my son we were talking with my wife and my son, and he was like, tell mom about that place we're gonna go eat at. And I was like, which place? I don't know what you're talking about. And he said, the place with the dancing girls. I was like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? And so it turns out we watched a video of the Dixie Stampede, and he saw the girls dancing and the on the horses and doing all that, and that's what he remembers. There were dancing girls, so I was in trouble for just a second, taking him to dancing girls because we were going to eat and watch dancing girls. So that's but no. But yeah, we're excited, and it's gonna be a good time. So
It's awesome.
Yeah,
I want to go to the dancing girls' place.
All right. I wasn't sure.
So if this is the last time you hear from Chris Catron, it's because he went with the dancing girls.
Yeah, and my wife killed him.
Yeah.
But now have y'all been to the Dixie Stampede?
Yeah, we talked about it briefly on the
that's right,
couple episodes ago.
Man,
yeah,
it's
Chris
so
and
much
I
fun.
I still have a cup from there, I think.
Yeah. In fact, we went that time when we went on that big trip to see all of it. Have y'all been to the Pirate Adventure thing that's down in Orlando?
I have not.
See, Carla and I did that on our honeymoon when we went down there, and did Disney and Universal and all that. And we did the Pirate Adventure thing, and you're sitting in this big auditorium, and there's a big pirate ship in the middle, and they're swinging on ropes and going across and doing all this stuff, and you're cheering for your pirate team or whatever, and you wear this it's a piece of paper that you put around your head like a bandana or something, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I'd love to do the medieval times. That seems like a lot of fun too.
Yeah. That's in Dallas here, and I really want to do that medieval times where you're sitting drinking mead or whatever. I don't know,
right.
Whatever you drink in medieval times, and eating probably giant
blood
turkey
of your
legs and watching blood of your enemies soaked in bread. Watching jousting, and they've got the Black Knight and the Good Knight, and you're rooting for each of them. Apparently the Black Knight's kind of handsome. I don't know. I haven't seen him.
He looks a lot like Ryan, probably. So
probably looks a lot like Ryan. Very handsome.
Does he have
debonair.
Does he have no arms and no legs?
Hopefully.
And he just says it's just a flesh wound.
It's a flesh wound.
It's a flesh wound.
I'm not dead yet.
Come back and fight me.
So, yeah, hopefully so.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't. The only other one I've done in Orlando, long time ago, we did a murder mystery one.
Those are fun.
Yeah, so that was fun. But I haven't done the Pirates. I haven't done the Medieval Night. I have done Dixie Stampede. We did a luau at the
Yep.
Polynesian at Disney.
Yeah, that's
that was
fun.
fun.
Yeah, we did that.
Aloha.
Aloha, which is funny. Like we went to Hawaii with my wife's parents a few years ago, and we did a luau there, and it was like it didn't feel like a luau. It wasn't that great, and the food wasn't that good. And then we went to the one at Disney. And I'm like, and it felt like a luau.
I was interested in which one you did first, because if you did the Disney one first, you probably would. Maybe you would have been disappointed. I don't know, but you still think they'd have authentic ones like that, where they're, people are.
You think?
All dressed
I
up
think it's the one they picked. They picked the Polynesian Cultural Center there, and you think that would be very cultural, but it's like run by the Mormon Church has a big college there.
Okay.
And they run it, so they don't allow any traditional garb or anything.
Well, yeah, they're barely clothed, right?
Yeah,
Like in suits.
Yeah, so basically they brought out like a fake pig that wasn't real, to try to make you think that they were roasting a pig, and the grass was all like the cheap putt miniature golf grass.
AstroTurf.
Yeah, AstroTurf stuff, and it was just under this tent, and people came out and did dances and stuff, but it was strange. So
that's weird.
Yeah. So I don't recommend that if you go to Hawaii.
Do some research beforehand, maybe.
Yeah.
Not a real luau unless Stitch is there.
That's true. Yeah. Hawaii's
And
different.
fair.
Like the trip we went on, it was like her family wanted to do the tour bus thing the whole time. So it's basically you drive around all the islands, and then you stop for 5 minutes and get off the bus, and they'd be like, okay, everybody back on. And so I don't feel like I really experienced Hawaii. I experienced a tour bus. That's about it. Anyways, sorry.
Me and my wife, we love Hawaiian art and decor and everything. We've got a ton of stuff in our house and everything that's just kind of decorated with that. We've never been to Hawaii. And a friend of ours always jokes that you're going to go there and you're going to hate it.
You may
have to completely redo your house.
You may. We stayed on Waikiki Beach. It was the hotel where they film a lot of the Hawaii Five-0. I think it's a Waikiki. I don't know. It's been a while, but it come to find out that beach is all man-made. It's not even a real beach. So they flew in the sand from like Australia and California and stuff.
Even use their own sand. Wow.
Yeah, they do have cool beaches on other parts of the island. They have like black sand beaches that are really cool.
That's
and
cool.
then like with all the volcanic stuff. But anyways, that was years ago. So anyways, so you're going to Knoxville and you're going to go to the Sun Sphere and see all the hats.
All the wigs and hats. They're in the giant Sun Sphere.
I don't think we are.
Episode of Simpsons is what he's referring to.
Sorry, I didn't watch The Simpsons.
Bart and the kids go to Knoxville. Yeah. They have the choice to go to Disney World or Knoxville. And it's just the kids. Like the kids run off without the parents to take the trip, and they see a brochure for
the World's Fair.
Yeah.
At Knoxville, like, this place looks great. Forget Disney World. We're going to Knoxville.
Yeah. Man, it was cool. We went to the World's Fair in 1982, and I kind of remember a little bit of it. I mean, I was not very old, 4 or 5, whatever.
Yeah.
And 4, I guess. And I remember some robotic stuff happening.
I do too.
Like these arms that wrote stuff or something, and that's about all I remember.
I remember the Heinz 57 robot.
Yeah.
That gave out pickle pins. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pickle pins. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
I am too young for this.
Yeah, we have a photo album of our trip there, and that was fun. I feel like we might have gone into the Sun Sphere, but I don't remember.
Yeah, we did. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I don't remember. And I think I remember going in it years later. I remember going on the ground to see Dave Matthews Band years later.
Yeah, they do a lot of concerts there now. So
yeah. Good times. So you're just going down the road to another part of Tennessee. Now, Chris, you're going across the ocean.
I'm jumping the pond, as they say, to the land of biscuits and tea. and various other things. I am taking a Disney cruise to the English Isles. Ooh.
Wow.
I've been on Disney cruises before, and I've not been on any other cruise lines, but don't go on any others. Just go on the Disney cruise. It's great. Oh my goodness. Disney cruises are so much fun. And we don't have kids, but we still go on the Disney cruise. We're dorks anyway. We love Disney. But really, they have it sectioned off to where they have different sections. There's like the little kids section, and then there's the teenager section, and then there's just the adult section. So if you don't want to be around a bunch of running, screaming kids all the time, you're good with that. But really, I haven't had any experience with any running, screaming kids necessarily doing anything crazy. But the food is great. You rotate between 3 different restaurants depending on which ship you're on. Like we've done the Wonder and we've done the Magic, which are the smaller ships. And one of the restaurants that's great is called Animator's Palette, and it starts off where everything is in black and white. Like you walk in, everything's black and white, and it's just very kind of calm, and kind of a nice environment. And then as the night progresses, color starts to seep into the walls, into these picture frames, and animated characters start dancing around, moving around. And even the people that are serving you, they're in black and white. And when they come back out, when the color starts coming on, all their vests have changed the color. And it's just a really cool show. It's really fun as you're eating, and you eat so much. I'm going to gain so much weight. I've lost a lot of weight recently. I'm going to gain it all back because you can get food whenever you want to on these things. They have 24/7 room service. So middle of the night, you want a hamburger, pizza, fries, whatever. They'll bring it to you.
Yeah,
it's all included. They have
that'd be wonderful.
I'd be in trouble.
They have an ice cream station that's open. You just go get soft serve ice cream all the time. They have a pizza place called Pinocchio's Pizzeria, where you just go up, get pizza. I can't eat cheese, but I just go up and say, "Hey, I want a pizza with no cheese on it," and they'll make me a whole pizza, and then just give it to me, and I eat all of it.
So you get bread and sauce, really?
bread, sauce, and pepperoni.
There you go.
Delicious.
No pineapple.
That's good.
It's like an unfolded calzone with no cheese. You can get pineapple, probably, but they have a movie theater on there which runs current movies, which is where I'm hoping to see Spider-Man. They have stage shows, which are fun, and I don't know how they stay vertical in some of these stage shows, because they'll do these things where the boat is rocking up and down in the water, and it's amazing that they're staying upright and not throwing up all over the stage. It's so much fun, Disney cruise. But it's the British Isles cruise. We're going to England, France, Scotland, and Ireland, all around that. And have a lot of different excursions. Going to see the Stonehenge. Going to see Loch Ness, which I'm excited about. I'm going to find Nessie. She's out there.
Do it.
I'm doing it. I'm proving that it's true, because it is. It is. She's out there. She's out. The truth is out there. But yeah, we're going to a bunch of places. A lot of them I can't pronounce. La Havre. Although that sounds Scottish. That's French. That's actually where Paris. I can only talk like this when I'm doing it. The Glendalough, the Kirk of All, and Inverness, and York. Going to Liverpool and Dublin. Did a lot of places.
Oh, wow.
We apologize to all of the European countries that are listening.
The whole time, and I'll fit right in. It's great.
Wow.
Is this We Offend Everybody Part 2? Or
Yes. It's not offensive. That's how they talk.
I don't know about that. I can see the listeners dropping.
These guys are jerks.
What ship? Which ship is it? Is it your?
It's the Magic. We're going on the Magic. It's the first ship, and it's been completely redone. It's going to be really nice.
Is it Marvel or Star
Wars? It's they do the big Marvel and Star Wars stuff on the bigger ships, which is the Fantasy Green. But yeah, the big ships they do a lot more stuff like that. Well, they'll have like Star Wars. They have Pirate Night, which is everybody kind of dresses up with pirate stuff, and they have a big pirate deck party. There's like a stage show on the deck where like Mickey and friends have to save the ship from pirates, and they shoot off fireworks into the sky. Which is Disney was one of the first ones that were able to do fireworks out in the open ocean.
What's the problem? Why can't you do fireworks in the ocean? It's like good grief. Yeah.
I think it's like litter and stuff.
Oh, who cares? Just whales. That's right. Yeah. Jeez.
Does the kids area have a theme?
The kids area, kids area has a bunch of different stuff. They've set up Marvel areas in there on all the ships now. Where you can see like Captain America's shield and like various like props and stuff. They'll have like a Shield Academy that kids can do. And a lot of them have some kind of Toy Story area. And so there's a lot of stuff for the kids, a lot of fun stuff for the kids. And I recommend if you have kids, make sure they're potty trained before you go, because then you can actually like leave them in the activities, because they won't take the kids if they're not potty trained, which makes sense to me. I mean, but so there's a ton of stuff. There's a ton of stuff you can do on the ship. Last cruise I went on, we didn't even really do any excursions. We got off the ship like a couple times, but we just kind of just relaxed on the ship, and it was just really fun.
So you had the option to go to Disneyland Paris, but you turned that one down, right?
We turned that down, yeah, because the thing is so it's inland, so it's a 4-hour like ride in to Disneyland, to Paris, and then you're there for like maybe like 3 to 4 hours.
Oh, no.
In Disneyland Paris, and then you got like a 4-hour trek back.
Oh,
and it's just like
terrible.
And it was like super expensive to do, and we're not made out of money. They're like, we'll take a ship day and we'll just kind of relax. And I booked like a spa thing for me, a massage.
What did you get for Jenny?
She does not like things like that. She does not like people touching her.
Just in general, just
in general, she doesn't like people touching her.
I got you.
She's gonna go. No touchy. She's gonna get a book and go read somewhere. I think she just likes to go like find a spot on the deck and just like read a book.
She's gonna go read.
And just
go read.
You're gonna go read. No.
That's good.
You can just kind of relax.
So you fly into London. Is that where you fly
into London,
and then you catch the boat or the ship somewhere around?
Yeah,
there?
Out of Dover. We leave out of Dover.
Dover, Georgia.
Dover, Georgia.
Dover,
Georgia.
Or Dover, Alabama.
The cliffs of Dover. You always hear the cliffs of Dover. And that's where we're leaving out of.
Cool.
But we're flying in like a couple days early to London just to kind of see London a bit. We're going to go into the London Eye, which is the giant Ferris wheel thing, like super tall, and just kind of go around. I'm sure she's going to want to take in some Bridget Jones diary scenery somewhere. Yeah. She's a fan of Bridget Jones.
Are you going to see any shows?
No, we're going to go see any shows. If they're longer, we probably would, because the Cursed Child is there, that Potter show, which would be cool. And then there's like a backstage tour you can do there of all the Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah,
it's cool. But we're just there. We're really just in London for the day. We fly in the first day. We're going to meet with some friends that we know there. Brian Caldwell and his wife Tiffany.
Oh.
And their daughter London, named London. So London is in London. Cool. We're going to meet London in London, which is just fun to say. London. So we're going to meet with them like the first day, because we're going to be super tired. It's like 18-hour flight.
Oh.
in.
Well, I heard you're flying
it's-
from Dallas to LA to London.
yes, which is weird. There was some best go east.
You going the wrong way, boy.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
The pilot, I think, has been on one of the ships relaxing a bit with it.
I think that's why flights cost so much, because nobody knows where they're
They
going.
spend so much gas.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, it's like a 4-hour flight to LA, and then we got a layover in LA for 4 hours, and then like 10-hour flight to London. Ugh. I'm tired thinking about it. But.
Fun times. Well, I'm not really going anywhere, so I'll still be here. We're going this weekend. We're going to. My wife doesn't know yet. It's her birthday. We're going to a bed and breakfast here in Houston, and going to some fancy French restaurant, which I will not fit in there at all.
No, it'll be fine.
Somebody Jennifer knows. Their husband is the owner of this fancy French restaurant, so he's like.
So you're basically saying you're going to eat later, right?
I've heard the food is really good, so we'll see.
You're not going to get the escargot?
Oh no!
Escargot?
If they put that on my plate, I'll do one of the cough into my napkins.
I've actually had escargot before, and it's actually not that bad. It's very chewy, but I mean, it's basically just soaked in butter. So all you get is a taste of butter.
Well, why don't you just
It's
eat
like
butter?
a salty butter. I mean, you could, I guess, but but it was like in these little like bowl things, like little tiny things that are individually, and it's like just basically just butter sauce. They're just in that, and there's like a crusty kind of thing on top of it, and you just kind of poke into that and eat it. It actually wasn't that bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, Gator's much better. Gator's much better than escargot.
I've had Gator, and I didn't care for it either.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
I don't like many weird things to eat. I'm sort of a plain guy. I don't even eat condiments like ketchup, mustard. No, I'm like if a burger's good, it's good without that. So
I just do barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
or Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A.
I like peanut sauce. Peanut sauce is good.
Peanut sauce is good.
Teriyaki
sauce.
Yeah, teriyaki.
Chick-fil-A sauce. You mentioned Chick-fil-A. Have you tried? You had the Chick-fil-A sauce?
No,
I haven't had the Chick-fil-A, but it looks like a mustard.
It's like it's a bunch of their sauces mixed together. It's so good. I mean, it's really good. It's like honey mustard and barbecue and something. It's really good.
She liked it a lot, but yeah. I can't get past the Polynesian. I love the Polynesian sauce.
I like the
even
McDonald's.
Even if I could just get like
McDonald's sweet and sour. I like that one.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I mostly do their barbecue.
How did this turn into condiments episode? That was fast. Switch. So anyway, Fast food, yeah.
Condiment king.
So that's where I'm going, just down the road, because the grandparents are here to watch the toddler. So we're just going down the road. She wanted to go to the Magnolia. Farms.
The Fixer Uppers.
Yeah, in Waco.
But
it's like
that's fun. That's a good place.
Yeah, it's like 4 hours away, something like that. So we figured that's
about the same for us too. About that for us too.
You've been.
But it is a fun place. Yeah, I've been there. It's pretty cool. There's a ton of people there. At least when we went. The highlight of the place is the bakery, where they have like cupcakes and cookies and just, it's so good. And they apparently have like gluten-free stuff that our mom can have, because she can have the gluten.
The gluten.
The gluten. She can't have the gluten.
No.
But it's good. Very tasty. Good place.
Cool. Well, you guys have fun on your trips. I'll be here.
Yeah.
I'll have fun on mine.
Hold down the fort.
Yeah, we're probably won't be going very many places since we have a baby on the way for a while. There may be a possibility, which if it works out, it's going to be very exciting, that in October I may go to Orlando. Something has come up that might put me there.
Ooh.
So that would be cool. I hope it works
Mystery.
out. If it does, that means there may be an event I'm going to be able to go to since I'll be there, which happens around Halloween. So we'll see. I don't know.
Well, what could that be?
I don't know. What could that be?
What do you talk about all the time?
Yeah, but I am going
Halloween
to
Florida.
Dallas. I'm going to Dallas in October, so to see
Yes,
Rhett
yes,
and
you
Link.
are.
To see Rhett and Link
Yes.
Good Mythical Morning, which Chris, you've been watching that lately, right?
I have been watching a lot of Good Mythical Morning lately. uh, I've been binge watching it a lot. It's such a fun show. Both Rhett and Link are just fun kind of people to watch, and they do a bunch of weird, crazy stuff, which is just entertaining.
What's been your favorite episode so far?
Actually, like speaking of Chick-fil-A, I liked the chicken sandwich taste test. They did quite a bit, where they try different chicken sandwiches from different places and trying to guess them. They have blindfolds on, and then at the end they did like a mashup where they took chicken from one place and the fixings from another, and they tried to guess the chicken and the fixings, and they always end up having to do some disgusting thing at the end for the loser that they do on the later show.
Good Mythical More.
Good Mythical More. Where one of them they took all the ingredient, like all the stuff that you would get at a concession stand at a movie theater, and made like a milkshake or something of it.
A lot of gross stuff.
There's some bad things.
I would plug them, but they need no plugging because they're probably one of the most popular people on YouTube. They have a podcast called Ear Biscuits. It's great. They in the fall they're going to, because their Good Mythical Mornings are usually like 14 minutes at the most, 12, 14 minutes. They're going to a 22-minute, I think, episode per day.
Oh.
Yeah, basically YouTube has thrown them a lot of money and said, here's some money. We want you to make longer episodes or whatever. So it's going to be like a lot of the things like they do the Will It, like they do Will It Taco, when they just take a lot of stuff and figure out if it'll be as good as a taco. Well, that will not be one episode. That will be like a segment of one of the episodes. So they'll do a lot of different stuff. And then they'll divide the 22 episodes or 22-minute episode up into smaller segments so you can share it with people easier. So you can watch it all at once, or you can watch it in segments. And they're coming out with a book. They're big time guys, but they're really funny. So I'm looking forward to coming to Dallas and getting to see them live with you.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Try to get Katrin to come down to it, but it's too far away from Dallas.
Yeah, that's too far. Actually, it's not. That's where our friends drove up the other day to come see us, and they said it was like a 7-hour drive, so it's not that far.
It's not bad.
I'll be driving that this week. So, I mean, I could come.
Come on down. Yeah. Come on down.
What do I got to do? I don't know I work or nothing.
Well, we didn't get to talk about this other time because we've just been talking about so much random stuff, but they announced that they were coming out with an SNES Classic. Last year they came out with the NES Classic that was in limited supply, that was impossible to get one. Somehow I got one, but we've shared that story before. But they're coming out with the SNES one. It's going to have less games, right, than the other one?
21 games.
Less games.
And it's going to cost more, right?
It's going to cost more. But it does come with two controllers.
Longer,
with longer cables. A game that was never released in Star Fox 2. And some good, decent games. And it's, in theory, it's a better system. It's kind of silly because, I mean, those games are super small. It's not like, I don't know. It's not like they're losing money if they were to sell it for the same price or less, but it's silly.
They'll sell them all out in like one day.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not interested in it, but I don't know.
See, actually, out of the two, like the NES and this one, like looking at the games, I think I would actually prefer the Super Nintendo better.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because I love Mario Kart, and then it's got F-Zero. I wasn't good at it, but I liked it.
Yeah.
And then Street Fighter 2 is on there, which is a great game.
Yeah.
And Mega Man X, which I really liked. Again, I'm horrible at games. Like, I can't win anything. Like, I played the NES when I was at Ryan's house, and I lost constantly. The only game I did okay at was Punch-Out. But yeah, that was about it. This one has Super Punch Out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, and Contra 3 was cool. I don't know. I think I would prefer to have this one. There's no way I'm going to be able to get it.
Yeah, a lot of people are excited about it. They're think the same thing you do. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
See, I don't want to go wait overnight at
No.
a store.
Or spend $300 on one on eBay either.
No.
I didn't wait overnight for the other one. I got there the morning of. But
Yeah, but now that people know how fast the first one went, this one's like I can see people camping out.
Yeah.
For this,
I think I actually have most of these games on my SNES that I have.
Wow.
Yeah, so you still have all our old systems.
Yeah.
So you would have a lot of these, which I have a Wii, and I don't know some of them. I don't know if any of these you can buy them on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I played Contra 3 like crazy back in the day.
Yeah.
That one and Mega Man X.
But
they're so hard. They're so hard.
Oh, they're super hard. Well, I was reading up on because games got super hard all of a sudden. The thing is because of rentals, like Blockbuster and these places that are renting games, and people rent it, and they rent it just that first time, and would be able to beat the game in like a week. They get it back, and then they wouldn't rent it again. So these places were like, we need to figure out a way so they'll actually rent them more. So they made harder, longer games, so people would actually come back and have to rent them several times, so they get more money out of it, and then go out and purchase them, and in order to keep them, because they wouldn't go out and purchase the game because they just rent it and then beat it and we wouldn't buy it. So they made them harder games so they actually go buy them as well. And I thought that was interesting.
I don't have Castlevania 4. That's the only one that I'm like, I wish I could play that game. The rest of them I think I've played for the most part.
Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun.
Get those bananas. Did you hear that about the the Super Nintendo Land that is going to be coming to Universal Studios Florida?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you see the leaked images of artwork?
I've seen stuff. I don't know if it was for that one, because there's one in Japan.
There's one in Japan, but somebody leaked some artwork. I don't know if it was official, but it looked pretty cool because you had a Mario section, you had a Legend of Zelda section.
There was a Mario Kart too, right?
Yeah, I think there's a Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I saw the drawings of the almost like patent drawings. Like it really wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah,
the same thing as what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it could be cool. It'll be interesting though, because where it will go, if you're familiar with the Universal Studios Orlando, there's a kid section that has Curious George and Fievel and Barney, and then an actor or a animal actors stage show. So it's going to go in that area. So it's going to take up that whole chunk. E.T. is the only ride left in the park from the original opening of Universal Studios, and that one's allegedly going to stay. And it's over there with that stuff. So you'll have Mario and Nintendo all over, and then E.T. will sort of be off to the side.
There was the Nintendo game for E.T., which is supposedly the best game ever.
No, the worst game.
Do they have it on Nintendo? Because I know they had it on Atari.
It was Atari.
Was it Atari? Okay.
Yeah, it was Atari. They found them all in the landfill.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there's questions like, how is this going to affect Halloween Horror Nights? Because there's back in that area, they use the parade building for one of their houses, and they have two tents, these massive tent things that they have back there for houses. So people are wondering, how is this going to affect Halloween Horror Nights? And Halloween Horror Nights brings in a lot of money for them, so I'm sure sure they have plans to to make that work. But anyways, so the SNES is coming out in September, I believe. September 29th. Cool. Oh, we both said cool.
Cool.
Jinx.
Dr. Pepper Jinx.
Speaking of Dr. Pepper, what a segue. Look at you go.
Wow.
I tried the Dr. Pepper with real sugar the other day. Pretty much tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Ooh.
I think that's the thing with Dr. Pepper. No matter what version they have of Dr. Pepper, it always tastes like Dr. Pepper. Unlike like Pepsi or Coke. If you get a Diet Coke, it tastes like a Diet Coke. You can tell. Yeah, that's random. I'm trying to find ways to curb my Mountain Dew obsession. So I'm trying to wean off of it. So I tried Dr. Pepper. It's still not the same. It's got a good amount of caffeine in it though, so that's good.
Have you all tried the? No, they're not as big as they used to be, but the flavor squirt things that you put into water. You know, they used to have the little packets, and they still do, the powder. Yeah. But now they have the little squirt things, right? And there's one that's supposed to be like Mellow Yellow or Mountain Dew. One of them. I don't remember what it's supposed to be like. But the bad thing is it's still, and they also have them caffeinated, which is like, why even do this? But they still have like the artificial sweeteners, which is the really bad thing. I don't know, but it is still a little bit better. It's not as much sugar and not as much caffeine, especially if you don't get the caffeinated ones. But I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I need to get back to those because I've kind of gotten away from drinking water all the time. But.
Yeah, I got some sparkling flavored water the other day. I did not like it. It just tastes like spicy water to me.
Spicy water. Yeah, that's a spicy water.
And then it got warm and it was even worse. I was just like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
The more warm it got, the worse it got. So.
Yeah, warm clearly Canadian wasn't good. If it got warm, it wasn't.
I don't know if we ever talked about that. Did we talk about that before?
I don't remember. Was it in the beginning? I don't know. I remember talking to you about it. But
I got the Clearly Canadian when they had their reissue or whatever, and it was good. It was good. I think what makes Clear Canadian good is it's like mostly sugar, probably. But yeah, it was good. But half the bottle, or like 2 or 3 of the bottles came broken, so. I opened up the box and it was all moldy and stuff, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And 2 or 3 of the bottles got broken in shipment, but they sent me like a whole case of it, so I polished those off though. Mountain Blackberry, it was good. It was
Mountain
good.
Black.
Now I want a Clearly Canadian, but
sorry.
Oh well.
I just want a clear Pepsi. That's all.
Well, that came back out too. They're bringing back all these drinks back out.
I could never find the clear Pepsi. I don't remember you saying you found it, but I could never find it.
They were in Target. They like tons of them at the Targets around here.
Because a lot of people didn't like the clear Pepsi, but I actually liked it. I remember liking it a lot. I don't know.
It's okay. Yeah. I remember the Saturday Night Live sketch where they did the clear gravy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say that, yeah. And they even played the music.
Yeah, the music over it. Like squirting it in their mouth, and it's just like oozing.
Oh, no.
Then they came out with Surge again. I used to love Surge.
Jolt. They didn't come out Jolt again. But Jolt was the other one.
And then I was in the store the other day, and they had Zima, which is an alcoholic beverage that I've never had, but it was like the thing of the 90s or something. It would like supposedly tasted like candy or something, and all the kids would drink it, so they got rid of it. But now they've brought it back for the kids, I guess. Kids need their Zima.
Kids were in a high demand for kids.
Yeah. And they like put it with like this big display with bags of Jolly Ranchers. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think that was the thing to do. I didn't try it either, but I actually saw somebody else mention that the other day on Facebook. That they said, "I'll bring the Jolly Ranchers." You know, I was like, what?
Like you're supposed to like put them down into it or something.
It makes sense because it was kind of a plain drink. Like I guess I think it was because it wasn't a flavor. Yeah. So because those things are packed full of sugar.
I don't drink either. So no, but
yeah.
I think I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. What old is new, I guess. So
Why not?
always comes back around. Oh, so last time we talked about Gremlins and how great it was, and this time we're gonna hopefully dive into our next movie of choice from Netflix, our retro movie, and that is Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and this is one of Katrin's favorite movies.
It is.
And I'm just gonna
Yeah.
let you run with it. This is
Yeah, we're just
sorry.
sitting back, and you're
Oh,
just
gosh.
gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna react.
Yeah,
to
put
all
me on the
things.
spot here. No, yeah, that's one of my favorite movies, and I think I told the story one time where I connected it to Karate Kid for me because we wore our Karate Kid bandanas to see Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and then the scene where Large Marge comes out. It was scared us half to death when we saw that. But it's a really wild movie if you think about it, because they do all these different things that don't seem to really fit together, but it works, and it's super funny. It's very quotable. I probably on a regular basis say something from the movie at least once a week. I don't know, without even knowing it, sometimes, but maybe not that often, but it seems like nobody knows. It's like, what was it the other day? There was something. I can't think it was, but there was, yeah. But it starts off with he's at his house, right, and you get to see all the machines working in his house, and all the things that are making the breakfast, and that was one of the coolest things I think that we probably all enjoyed seeing as a kid, to getting to see all the machines. If you ever played the game Mousetrap, it was a lot like that. And one thing, they have a name for that. What is that called? It's not,
I want to say Goldberg, but
yeah, it's like that.
A Rube Goldberg.
yeah.
So you can. We were at Target the other day, and you can buy Rube Goldberg sets. Like, they have these different little sets you can put together to do little things, whatever. It looks pretty cool. But making the breakfast, and then or starting it, and the pancakes flipping on the ceiling, and then falling into the plate, and then he's making his cereal and the pancake, and Mr. Breakfast is talking to him. Can I have some Mr. T cereal?
Mr. T cereal.
And
I had
okay.
Mr. T cereal. We said that on another episode.
Yeah. So, and then it goes through his whole routine, and I don't guess you want me to tell you the whole movie, but one of the next best part is he's putting the tape on his face. It's like, and doing the whole scene there and getting ready. It's like, it's so funny because he's getting ready, and that's just part of him getting ready, and he just pulls it all off, and he's ready to go.
Good to go.
And then of course the whole story is that his bike was stolen when he was at the magic shop and at the bike shop, and he was at this kind of a big strip mall, and the adventure is him trying to find his bike and going to these different places, that different clues lead him to different places, and some clues were not real clues, that it was like the genie, or not genie, the fortune teller.
Fortune teller.
Sorry, I jumped into a different movie there. The fortune teller said, "It's in the basement."
Oh,
in the Alamo.
It's in the basement of the Alamo. That's the best.
The Alamo, and so he goes to the Alamo, and
the lady at the Alamo, the tour guide.
Yeah.
All of her lines were improv.
Oh, really?
That was all improv, everything that she says, which, that scene.
Seriously, you guys have been the greatest. Okay. Sorry. The part where they say Adobe, and, they all repeat, Adobe. It's such a great movie. And, of course, he meets Simone in Texas. And last time we talked about one of my favorite quotes of, he says, "Everyone I know has a big butt," and then the part I didn't mention was it right after that he says, "Come on, Simone, let's talk about your big butt." And that was one of the funniest things in the world. But yeah, and they eventually find it, and they end up making a movie about the whole ordeal, and everybody lives happily ever after. So lots of fun things happen. Lots of things that or lots of goofs, I guess, in the movie as well. That one being the chain. We were talking about that, where he's pulling the chain out of the bike box, and if you're depending on which version you're watching, if you're watching the standard edition or version, you'll see the chain coming out of the bottom of the box, and then of course on this widescreen you can't see it. But and then so.
Yeah, the large Marge. I think the large Marge scene scared every kid.
It scared me. Francis kind of scared me. Francis, the bully kid that paid for his bike to get stolen or whatever. I don't. There's something about, but see that actor. He's been in other.
I just train him.
That actor's been in other stuff, like other '80s movies. He's like a in a bunch of '80s movies. And there's something about him that always kind of freaked me out a little bit. I don't know why. But there's just something, I don't know, that was just strange about him. He always played these weird kind of characters. And it's just, I don't know, it always kind of creeped me out as a kid. I don't know.
I know what you're getting for Christmas. Francis poster.
No.
Yeah,
he's having his best.
I'm pretty sure he was in some other movie that I watched non-stop when I was a kid, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a scavenger hunt across the city, and they were all in different cars, vehicles, there was different
Rat
teams.
Race?
No,
Rat Race. Race
the original one. That,
it wasn't. It was like Midnight Madness or something.
Yeah. Midnight Madness. I think that's what it was. Yeah. I think that's what it was.
I loved that movie. I would watch it over and over again.
He was chubby in Teen Wolf.
Mark Holton.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And in Teen Wolf. And yeah, he kind of made me kind of weird in that.
Leprechaun. Movie. He was in Leprechaun. Another creepy movie. Gacy. Oh gosh, he was. I guess William Gacy. Leprechaun and Teen Wolf. Dreamweaver. He was.
In League of Their Own. Wow.
Gacy, yeah. She was. The Adventures of Brocky and Bullwinkle.
There you go.
Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
What was his name again?
His name is Mark Holton. Not Michael Bolton, but Mark Holton.
Oh, maybe he wasn't in Midnight Madness. Michael J. Fox was in Midnight Madness.
Huh. He was in The Naked Gun.
Really?
They Came from Outer Space. Yeah, he's been
in a lot of stuff. So
he's been in a bunch of stuff, and he's a good character actor. But yeah, there's just something about him. Freaks me out.
Yeah. Looks way different now than he used to.
Paul Rubens was in Midnight Madness too.
Really?
He was the Pinball City guy. I don't know. A lot of people. If anybody has Midnight Madness, let me know. I want to watch that movie again. I wonder if you can find it.
I bet it's somewhere. Surely.
I gotta find it. So the place where Large Marge, where he goes, she sends him, the cafe or diner or whatever it is, just got torn down recently. It's not there anymore. The dinosaurs are still there, but the dinosaurs were bought by somebody else and they turned it into a museum thing. But the circle, what was it called? The actual place was called the Wagon Wheel or something like that. Was recently, it had been abandoned for years. Recently got torn down. So that's sort of sad. Pee-wee history gone. Mm-hmm. The original bike, I think, is in a museum in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You can see it. I think I just watched a video on that from Adam the Woo. He was there, and he said, "I came to this place to see Pee-wee's bike," and then there it was. He's a big Pee-wee Herman fan. But yeah, that movie, it's just so good. The other ones, the other ones are good too, but that Pee-wee movie was just the best.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about the new one or the
Big Top, and then you have the new one. Yeah. The new one is
the new one
weird.
Yeah, the new one's interesting.
Yeah, see, I actually haven't seen the new one. I stopped
it's not
TikTok
bad.
No, it's not
just,
bad.
Yeah.
it's
Different.
Just,
Yeah, I intended
it's
on
just-
watching it. I just didn't get around to it. But yeah, not as good.
And then, of course, this Pee-wee's Big Adventure led to the TV show, Pee-wee's Playhouse, which was great. Watched that all growing up.
oh yeah, our mom hated it, but we watched it. Which I can see. It's understandable.
Oh, it's good, wholesome comedy.
Did you all ever see it was the adult version? It was called Pee-wee's Playhouse, but it was on HBO, and it was just like one episode.
No.
It was like a live stage show, and it was. I mean, it wasn't like dirty or anything, but it was not as much geared towards kids. You know, they made jokes about different things, but it was funny too.
Well, cool. I mean, I don't know. There's not much else to say about it. We've talked about Pee-wee a lot.
Man, we have.
Through our other episodes, so we love Pee-wee. I don't know what movie we're gonna do next. I haven't even looked.
Well, there's Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, that's a good one. We could go with that one.
That's
a good one. Let's do Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit. There it is.
Roger
There
Rabbit.
we go. Hopefully, we'll all see the new Spider-Man movie too, and we'll talk about that
Probably.
sometime. But hey, let's do some questions. You gonna do some questions? We didn't do some questions last time.
Yeah.
I'll pull up
We did
Twitter
not do
here.
questions last time.
There, I'll tweet. All I'm doing is typing in hashtag question, and then we'll see what pops up. Because we don't have any questions from our listeners this week, so we're gonna go with this. This one's
Actually,
interesting.
have a.
Oh, you got one?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you.
I got one, but you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mine. Oh no.
No.
Here's one from at Heidi Coops 412. She asked, "I wonder what % of yogurt consumers are men."
Oh.
BC TBH. I've never seen a man eat yogurt.
Wow.
Hashtag thought. Hashtag yogurt. Hashtag questions.
Well, let's take a poll right here.
What %?
I eat yogurt.
I eat yogurt.
I do not. So
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3 men eat yogurt.
I don't eat it all the time because it's just not always around. But if it's around, I'll eat it.
I can't. So,
Well,
I literally
You're
can't
weird.
eat yogurt.
Yeah. Now I don't.
I am.
I like the ones that's already mixed. I'm not a big fan of the fruit on the bottom.
I don't like stuff like that. When I could eat yogurt, and I did eat some, I tried some. The ones that were the kind of the sweeter ones.
Yeah.
More dessert.
Yeah.
Like very very sweet.
Strawberry.
There was like one.
Indulgence.
Yeah, there was one that tasted like one of those orange push pop thing.
Yeah.
Dreamsicle.
Yeah, like a creamsicle. It tastes like an orange creamsicle, and those were good. But yeah, I don't know.
Katrin likes Activia. I think that's Katrin's choice.
I'm getting old, and I have to have my activity.
Yeah.
Keep me regular.
My son loves the. It's like Go-Gurt or whatever. They're in the tubes, but we get them some organic kind, of course. That's my wife's.
What is what that is? What's organic about it?
What's organic about it? It's just a brand.
The cows are.
Yeah, so he loves those
Only
things.
eat pastures.
He calls them. What's he call them? He doesn't call them yogurt. It's something. He doesn't get the whole word out, but he loves them. He'll ask for them all the time. So, I guess 2 out of 3 men eat yogurt.
There
There you go.
Answer that question.
Okay, here we go. Here's a question from at Rigmarole Film. Here we go. Do you like bonus features on your movie DVDs or Blu-rays?
Yes.
Yeah. Why?
Well, they didn't ask why. They just asked if I liked them or not. Jeez. So yes, I do. No, I do because I'm kind of a movie kind of buff person. No, I'm not a buff person.
Buff
I'm
person.
So when you
I
when you download a movie, do you download it with the extras, or you just get the cheap one that's just a movie?
well, we'll get iTunes, and they actually come with the extras.
Ah, okay.
So, so we like to watch those. I like them. The bloopers and stuff are always fun.
Yeah.
And like deleted scenes are always kind of interesting to see what they trimmed out. But then some of the making stuff, especially if it's like a big action movie, can be cool to see like stunts and various things. So, yeah, I like them.
What I don't like is when they they charge you the same for, like, if you go out and buy the disc itself, and it'll be like you'll buy a movie that's like $20 or something, and it'll have all these features, and then another movie will come out and it's $20 and it has like no features. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't like that. I think they should be cheaper or something. They don't have all the features. So features for me are hit and miss. Sometimes I like all the goofs, like where they just be fun. But I'm a type of guy that if I have one that has features, like after I watch the movie, I have to go ahead and watch all the features because I'll never come back to it again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that too. Yeah.
Like if I don't watch it right then I'm just not going to watch them. Especially if it's a disc. I'm like, oh, I got to put the disc back in to watch a 2-minute scene that was cut. Nah, never mind. I'll just watch it on YouTube or something. So it depends on the movie again. Like if I get like a period drama, I don't really need to see any extras.
You do a lot of period dramas?
No, not really, but I'm just saying. Or, it's mostly like the big blockbuster action movies. Stuff like that you want to see the extras. So, I don't know. I don't wonder how long they've been doing that. When did they first start doing extras?
They started when basically DVDs started coming out. They started doing them with the DVDs. It wasn't. I don't know necessarily if it was when they first came out with DVDs, but it was around that time. Because I remember when they first came out with DVDs, because we're a little old, and yeah, that's when they started doing that. For a class that I had, they actually showed like some behind the scenes for The Mummy on a DVD extra thing. They're like, here's what they do with the movies, and like showed what they did for that. So it's as old as at least the first Mummy.
Yeah.
Fraser. So it's probably a little bit before that, and they had it on like Jurassic Park, I'm pretty sure, or things like that.
Well, there we go. Let's see. Any more questions?
There you
go. Did I see someone sweeping the sidewalk when the molecules of pain blow away? That's a question from @S4stars. No, you did not see someone sweeping the sidewalk.
No, I'm going to go with no, yeah.
Oh. Let's see. Any more questions, guys?
Oh, where'd it go? Where'd you go with your question? Do you enjoy going to arcades?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to arcade not too long ago. We may have talked about this actually, but it was like a classic arcade where you just pay a certain price and you can play them all for as long as you want. And it's fun.
Yeah, I let my son just run around in them and pretend to play because it's free entertainment for him.
He doesn't know the difference.
Doesn't know the difference.
All right, here we go. We got one here. At Philippa Hannah asks, what did people wear before skinny jeans were invented?
Oh, there were Jinko jeans, which were like you were wearing 2 sleeping bags, one on each leg. Katrin probably remembers these jeans. They were like very, very baggy.
Okay. Yeah.
Just jeans were just baggy. I don't remember a brand. Now we had parachute pants.
What are they called? I think they were called Jinko. They were.
But
I remember an
remember,
episode of Rhett and Link that they brought them back. Remember? Chris? I don't know if you've seen that one.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that one.
I remember somebody in college wearing women's pants though, in order to have skinny jeans. Like that was the thing. That's how I feel like it started for men wearing skinny jeans, was that they would wear women's pants. Like there's somebody we know, Ryan, that not Ryan, but well maybe. But,
no, not me.
No, not you. Not you, Ryan. But
if I wear skinny jeans, I look like a dum dum lollipop.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's how it started. Was they were wearing women's jeans for some reason. I don't know. That could be wrong, but I knew somebody did that. Whatever.
I'm pulling up a picture of the
like
Jinko jeans. If you're listening, you won't be able to see them, but just type in JNCO jeans, and this is to see if you guys can see.
Oh no! Yeah.
That was like in the 90s.
No, I knew people wore them, but
I've
seen somebody pretty recently wear them. But
I think they're trying to make a comeback.
It's terrible.
Wow.
I didn't know they had a name.
Yeah. JNCO is the name of the company.
Almost a skirt.
Almost.
Almost a skirt.
That was their tagline.
Have y'all seen the Teens React videos?
Yeah.
There's one that Teens React to 90s fashion Jinko jeans. I'll watch that.
So we went from these very, very, very large jeans to skinny jeans.
Super that cuts off your circulation. You can die.
Yeah, there's like okay, so I'm like in the my background is I was a worship leader. Basically played music for churches for many years, and there's people in worship bands go through these fads all the time. They're like, what's the latest cool thing to wear? And so they would wear like skinny jeans. It's like, how skinny can we get them? And I'm just like, oh gosh. It's like some people just don't need to wear clothes that hug tightly to themselves. Just don't need to do it. It doesn't matter if it's cool or not. It's just like
There's also that whole thing where, like, women, men, whatever, they would put the jeans on, then get in a tub and soak in them, and that would, like, cause the jeans to shrink up and form to their legs. And people would actually have to go to the hospital over this because it would cut the circulation off on their leg. They have to get cut out of them. Just like, that's just stupid.
That doesn't seem comfortable at all.
Let's make a prediction. Let's have prediction time right now. What is going to be the next fashion fad that's going to sweep the nation? 2 ties. That's from Back to the Future.
Hey, they got everything else right so far. The Cubs win the World Series.
That's right.
We got shoes that tie themselves now. We got hoverboards. We got flying car. Oh wait, flying cars.
Yeah. What's going to be the latest fad? Let's make our predictions here. I'm going to say, it's always something from the past, right? It's nothing ever new.
Yeah, kind of reinvented.
But they did bell bottoms again in the 90s for a little bit, or sometime around there. I was watching a Beach Boys video with my son tonight, and they had bell bottom. I guess you would call them capris nowadays, where they're like high waters. It was funny. I've never seen it before. But I guess if you're going to the beach, you would wear that kind of clothes, so you don't get them all wet. I don't know. But, so.
I'm gonna go with wearing your underwear on the outside, and like basically calling it superheroing.
Yeah, superheroing.
Superheroing, where you're wearing your underwear on the outside.
I mean. Some people do that. Yeah. It's just also known as just wearing your pants very low.
Big thing.
Oh, you mean on the outside?
Yeah, on the
Next week's
outside.
name.
It's getting so far.
Yeah, superheroing.
Reverse.
We've coined it here.
Yeah.
Do we have, is the domain name available? Let's try to
Hey guys, just so you know, I'm superheroing right now. You can't see it.
Hashtag superheroing. Yeah.
I couldn't superhero tonight because we had guests over at our house tonight. So, but normally I would be superheroing.
I think we just found the title for this episode.
I think so.
I think it's available if we want to buy that domain name now.
Superheroing. It's gonna be it's gonna be the latest thing. I was gonna go with Jam Shorts. I think they'll come back. Do you remember Jam?
I had one with airplanes or something on it, like little cartoony airplanes. It's terrible.
They were totally 80s. They were just like fabric shorts. It's basically
Pattern.
It's basically large boxers without the slit in the front, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean they're long and right.
Yeah. I wore in the 80s. I wore Jams, and then I wore the. You have to wear neon, some kind of neon with it. And I had the hat the guy that did the Bow Nose commercials. The guy that was with him and then wore the little biker's hat thing. I had that. It was pink, neon pink. Oh gosh, the things we wore. It's so funny how they come back around. So superheroing is going to be.
Superhero. So parachute pants. We talked about that a little bit earlier. The parachute pants and those shirts that were kind of the parachute material with zippers all over them. Zippers are functional, but like having a bunch of pockets all over them.
What was the color changing shirts? Maybe they'll come back. What were those called?
Oh, the
hypercolor. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Hypercolor.
The shirts that make sure everybody knows that you're sweating under your armpits.
A little warm there, Billy.
How could you tell? Oh, because your armpits are pink while the rest of your shirt is blue. So whoever thought that up, I don't know what they were thinking. So superhero is going to be the next fad.
Yeah, and
underwear on the outside.
.com is available.
Better snatch that up.
It's not just underwear. I mean, it's bras too. It's bras.
Whoa, full thing.
Like all that, all the whole thing. You do the whole thing. It's so hip.
We should start this on Twitter. Just a hashtag superheroing, and just have pictures of us doing it. This could go viral, people. Superheroing. Hashtag superheroing. It's got it.
Oh wait.
Is it already on
there? There is a hashtag superheroing, but it's like it's not what we're calling it. It's like, I don't. I mean, it's like being a superhero, like adulting. You ever hear people say?
No, that's not a good explanation for it.
This is weird though. It says it's freaking freezing. Superhero hashtag superheroing hashtag no my god. What? I don't know what that means.
Who knows? So let's get that going, everybody. Let's get hashtag superhero going.
It's
wear your underoos on the outside. Well, this question, we've got the answer for it right now. What can you possibly gift to someone who already has everything? You teach them how to superheroing.
Yeah, underwear for the outside.
Yeah, you buy them some adult underoos to wear outside of their pants. There you go. Well, that's about it for this episode. We've had a lot of random conversation, and I want everybody to go out there and superheroing all day long. I am superheroing. Hashtag superheroing. Make it happen. And hopefully we'll see Chris and Katrin back from their trips, and next time I can't talk. I'm so thinking about superheroing now.
It's a thing.
It's gonna happen. All right. Yep. You guys have a good day or good night or good morning. We'll see you next time.